It's very clear how a platform like Zentitle allows software vendors with on-premise software to easily monetize those applications. But let's look at the use of Zentitle within pure SaaS environments. So often, with a SaaS company, there will still, of course, be an order entry process, whether that's Salesforce, Dynamics, e-commerce, what have you. And then ultimately that needs to result in something that allows the SaaS application to understand what particular plan, what set of features, when does a license expire, and so forth. So we've seen a couple of different models. One is sometimes the application will take its cue directly from the CRM environment. So it'll go back and query Salesforce and such. But of course, Salesforce is not really intended for that. And it isn't really good at acting as a system of record for overall sets of entitlements, tracking them through lifecycle changes and so forth. So often what is done instead of that is that the SaaS application vendor will build into the application itself some kind of console, some sort of admin account that allows somebody perhaps in customer success or sales operations or what have you to create an account within that SaaS application for the given customer, set the appropriate permissions and so forth. Again, relatively manual process. So what Zentitle brings to the table is by putting Zentitle in the middle as that system of record, as orders are fulfilled, you can drive that into Zentitle to create the appropriate entitlement, identify what features should be enabled and so forth, and then have your application take its cue from the Zentitle cloud in order to understand what individual features and subscription terms and such should be enforced. So the benefit of using Zentitle within a pure SaaS environment is it gives you this abstraction capability where the application itself doesn't need to know about any of the specific go-to-market approaches, which plans or a trial or what have you. All it needs to do is enforce policy at the feature or parameter level based on the entitlement for that customer. One of the benefits of using Zentitle also is a very powerful set of APIs that can then be used to easily integrate with your back office so you can drive order fulfillment as well as capture usage information and other aspects. It also gives you the ability through our role-based access control of Zentitle, gives you the ability to specify exactly who within your organization you want to be able to see what information about your customers. So for example, support personnel may have a certain set of rights in order to be able to query what a given customer has, but you may have sales operations people or others that need the ability to actively manage and update or customize the rights for a given account. The other benefit of using Zentitle for this core piece is that audit trail and lifecycle management function. So every single operation within Zentitle is recorded, who did it, when, why, etc., and gives you that ability to see the full history against a customer account, all the changes that have been made. Also gives you the ability to undo those changes if you want to revert back to a previous version of the entitlement. That lifecycle management aspect is also important because it gives you the easy ability to perform changes to given entitlements, extend a subscription through a renewal, add on additional seats, and so forth. Of course, having this as a central repository gives you great reporting capabilities, so you can run reports to say, hey, show me all the customer accounts that are going to expire in the next 30 days, or show me all the customer accounts that have this particular feature enabled, or show me all the accounts that have made use of this feature in the last 30 days. So really good reporting access. And of course, through those APIs, the ability to integrate with the rest of your back office, whether from an order fulfillment or downstream. And that also allows you to automate whatever processes you have. So whereas we said a lot of the prior approaches were fairly manual, the automation that the APIs allow you, you can splice this into an automated, streamlined approach of managing that entire order-to-cash flow. And of course, one of the key aspects is the ability to enforce whatever policy and to know that whatever your customer has purchased will actually be enforced within the use of your application. So this gives you a full tech stack that you can easily integrate into your back office, removes the burden of the application developers needing to understand intimately what business models want to be used, and gives you that central view that a variety of different stakeholders in your organization can use to understand exactly who bought what and what the organization's obligations are.